Keloland Sports Zone. I'm Travis Fossing alongside Bailey Millen.
Tonight we'll showcase 11 games, including a trio of contests from Iowa, but we begin with the top 5 matchup in Class 11 AA.
On the heels of its win at Yankton, number 4 Brookings met second-ranked Mitchell. Late in the first, Mitchell quarterback Keel Nelson lines up 14 yards out and gives to Carson Max, who picks up a block and crosses into the end zone. 7-0 Colonels on top. First play after the kickoff, the Bobcats quarterback Jacob Schoen puts it in the arms of Preston Hembolt, who nearly scores if not for the long arms of Mitchell's Jackson Sadler. But the 50-yard run is called back due to a hold. It was that kind of night. Second quarter, still 7-0 Colonels. Mitchell's at midfield. Nelson puts it in the hands of Drew Kitchens, who goes 47 yards untouched. Touchdown. 14-0 Mitchell at half. And the Colonels earn their first win of the season, 28-14 over Brookings. Pair of talented yet winless teams met in Yankton as the Bucks hosted Pierre. Opening quarter on the heels of an INT, Yankton takes advantage. Ethan Washon to Rex Riken, who goes 43 yards for the touchdown. Add the PAT and it's 7-zip. Later in the quarter, more from the home team. Washon rolls left, throws against the grain, and Miles Sarda comes up with the catch and the 37-yard touchdown. Bucks by 14. Third quarter, Pierre trails 14-7 but pulls even. Garrett Stout finds Zane Shushard, who bowls over a defender and scores a 33-yard touchdown. Add the PAT, it's 14-all. Fourth quarter, after Yankton regained the lead on a field goal, Pierre grabs the lead. Stout to McGuire Rasky, who gets to the pylon for the touchdown. 21-17 Govs. Pierre hands Yankton its second straight home loss, 28-17.
A Class 11A matchup featuring top-ranked Dakota Valley and Todd County. The Panthers explode out of the gate. Opening drive, Sam Chesterman finds some space on the right side of the field. It's a 23-yard pickup, and DV is into the red zone. On the next play, quarterback Nate Rice weaves his way in and out of traffic and finds pay dirt. Less than a minute into the game, the Panthers take a quick 8-0 lead. Moments later, the Panthers are knocking on the doorstep again. Rice looks for Jake Lickness, but doesn't see Todd County's Trey Bowman, and Bowman picks up the INT. The Falcons stop the DV drive in its tracks, but the Panthers recover as Rice gets loose for 20 yards to put Dakota Valley up 16-0, and the Panthers remain perfect with a 57-6 win. After winning at Millbank in double overtime, second-ranked Madison hosted Belle-Fourche. On their first possession, the Bulldogs march the ball down the field but can't get it into the end zone, which sets up this 27-yard field goal by Carter Bergheim. The Bulldog offense is back on the field, and quarterback Tyler Tappy passes to Mason Avery for a 39-yard touchdown strike. The extra point is good, and it's 10-0 Madison. Belle-Fourche is forced to punt, and the Bulldogs set up on the 2-yard line, where Tappy easily hands off to Chris Reese for the score. Madison extends its lead to 16. On the return, Bronx Colby Nowajowski's pass is intercepted by Nick Comas, and Comas flips the field as he returns it to the Belle-Fourche 15-yard line. That sets the Bulldogs up with good field position. They're now at the 5. And Thomas Gores gets the ball. He crosses the goal line. Madison led 23-zip at that point, and the Bulldogs cruise to a 43-7 win over Belle-Fourche.
We'll have more games from Class 11A next. We'll be right back.
You're watching Keloland Sports Zone! Watching the Keloland Sports Zone!
Del Rapids went toe-to-toe with top-ranked Dakota Valley last week, but lost to the Panthers 49-32. Tonight, the 5th-ranked Warriors look to get into the win column against Vermilion. It's second and goal for Del Rapids, and Nick Bover takes the handoff. He follows his blocker into the end zone to put the Warriors up 21-7 with 2:27 left in the first half. Vermilion quarterback Jacob Peterson drops back and has nowhere to throw. He scrambles out of trouble, then finds an opening. Peterson breaks loose for 20-plus yards before he's brought down inside the 20-yard line. First down, Tanagers. Moments later, Peterson rolls out to his right, and he's going to air this one out for John Lagnata. In the back of the end zone, Vermilion trailed 21-14 at the half, but Del Rapids holds off the Tanagers' second half surge for a 29-28 win.
We head west for a top 5 matchup between St. Thomas More and T-Area. Opening quarter, the Titans hang 6 on the board. Hunter West scrambles left and scores a 10-yard touchdown. Conversion failed at 6-0. Minutes later, the visitors tack on another 3. Cade Stearns boots a 35-yard field goal. T-Area leads 9-0. Later in the first, more from the Titans as West runs the option, pitches to Carter Slykehouse, and 1 goes 34 yards for the touchdown. T-Area leads 15-0 and picks up a 33-6 win over the Cavaliers. A Class 9A contest pitting Alcester Hudson against Corsica Stickney. Third quarter tie game, Cubs driving. Eli Skoglund calls his own number, 10 yards on the run. He goes in standing up. It's 12-6, Cubs on top. A drive later, it's 4th down for Alcester Hudson. Skoglund fakes a handoff, tosses to C.J. Carlson. He goes in untouched for the 12-yard score. 2-point conversion is good on the Skoglund keeper. Again, goes in untouched. And it's 26 Cubs, and Alcester Hudson picks up a 26-14 victory over Corsica Stickney.
A Class 9B matchup featuring Coleman Egan and Del Rapids St. Mary. On 2nd and 10, the Cardinals bring the D as Eli Longville is the first to hit quarterback Nate Tolley for the sack to set up 3rd and 15 for Coleman Egan. Later on the drive, though, the Hawks hand off to Ryan Volker, and he finds a hole and piles into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is no good, but Coleman Egan leads 6-0. Ensuing Cardinals possession, quarterback Connor Libis keeps it and tries to get around the corner, but he loses the ball, and Volker is there to pick it up for the Hawks. Coleman Egan converts off the turnover as Tolley rolls to his right, gets a block, and is in for 6. The Hawks lead 12-0, and Coleman Egan holds on for the win, 18-14.
We'll have highlights from across the border next. We'll be right back.
We're watching the KELOLAND Sports Zone.
West Lyon opened its season with a 27-18 win against rival Central Lyon George Little Rock. Tonight, the second-ranked Wildcats faced another tough test, jumping a class to play number 5 Sioux Center. On the game's opening play, West Lyon attempts to set the tone. Logan Myers sticks Sam Vonk. The Wildcats nearly forced a 3-and-out, but a tip pass and catch extended the Warriors' drive, and Cade Bleeker caps a 73-yard drive with a 10-yard touchdown pass to Braden Jan. 7-0 Sioux Center after 1. On the first play of the second, Sioux Center faces 4th and 3. Bleeker intercepted by Davian Sterner, who goes 64 yards the other way for the touchdown. West Lyon had 27 yards of total offense in the first half, but led 7-6 at the break. Opened the second half with a 61-yard touchdown run and pulls away to beat Sioux Center 26-7. West Sioux and Central Lyon George Little Rock clashed in Haywarden. Opening quarter, 2nd and 10. Falcons hand off to Cade Lynott. He picks up a couple of blocks and then turns it on. 30 yards on the touchdown run. Falcons mascot makes the TD call, and it's 7-0 West Sioux. Still in the first quarter, 3rd and goal. Falcons pitch goes to Lynott, and he picks up a block, jukes, and goes in, diving for the touchdown. Falcon fans loving it. It's 14-0 West Sioux. Central Lyon George Little Rock comes to life, though. Lucas Nagel hits Tanner Vandentop in stride down the sideline. He picks up a convoy along the way and goes in for the touchdown. 14-7 at that point. No final in as of yet on that ball game.
Western Christian met top-ranked Boyden Hull Rock Valley. Late first half, Nighthawks already up 27-0, and they add to their advantage. JT Van Holt goes deep down the sideline to Spencer Tesla, who breaks a tackle, and the Nighthawks are rolling 33-0. A rare mishap for the Nighthawks here as backup quarterback Kean Mosier can't handle the exchange. The Wolfpack defense is on the spot for the recovery. The momentum swings right back, though, to the Nighthawks as Western Christian fumbles the ball back on the very next play. They make the Wolfpack pay with this short touchdown run. The Nighthawks lead 40-0 at that point, and they look dominant for the second straight week, winning this one 40-7 over the Wolfpack. It's time to hand out our weekly award, the Touchstone Energy Player of the Week. Madison Junior quarterback Tyler Tappy is this week's recipient. Tappy was 7 for 12 with 233 yards and 3 touchdowns tonight. He led Madison to a 43-7 win as the Bulldogs improved to 2-0. The Player of the Week is brought to you by your local Touchstone Energy cooperatives. Together, we are re-energizing rural.
The weekend sports schedule and hits and helmets next. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Kettleland Sports Zone. Looking ahead to a busy weekend on the local sports scene, including college football. USD kicks off its season at Kansas State tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Number 3 ranked SDSU plays at Iowa State. That ball game in Ames beginning at 7 o'clock. We'll have highlights from those contests coming up on Kettleland News on Saturday. High school football, we've got the President's Bowl. Brandon Valley and Lincoln go at it first, beginning at 3:30 at Howard Wood Field, followed by a rematch of last year's 11 AAA championship game. Number 1 Washington taking on 3rd-ranked Roosevelt. That begins at 7. Sports Calendar is brought to you by Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Reach your more. The Pick 6, your opportunity to send your game day photos to YouShare at Kettleland.com. The fans, band, and more. West Lyon against Sioux Center. Brookings cheerleaders as the Bobcats played Mitchell. Great catch there as Madison beat Belle Fourche. The band as Coleman Egan hosted Del Rapids St. Mary. Best seat in the house on this one is Alcester Hudson took on and beat Corsica Stickney. And then high above Parker and Howard, that one from Mark Jofer. You can send your picks to YouShare at Kettleland.com.
It's time to honor tonight's top plays and playmakers with another edition of Hits and Helmets.
Hits and Helmets brought to you by Avera Orthopedics. Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics. Thanks for watching and have a great weekend.